Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Mark Krebs. I am a team trainer and mentor with Team Sunset. I have been with Evolution Travel for 8 months now. I've been a travel agent for 8 years, though, with different host agencies. Welcome to tonight's training on credit card authorization forms. This is one of the most important trainings that you are going to attend because credit card authorization forms are required for every single booking that you do. Even if it is for your own travel, you want to have that on hand just in case there's a chargeback. So these are very, very important to know about. Does everybody know where in your travel cafe to find the credit card authorization forms? Go ahead and put it in the chat or unmute yourself. Feel free to do that. I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I like this. Perfect. I like to see that. Means you guys have been playing around in your back offices, and that is excellent news because you're learning the ropes and learning where to find your resources. So great job with that, everybody. Okay, so for those of you who don't know where it is, we're just going to quickly go over where to find it in the back office. Let me get relogged in here. Log into the right account. I've got 2 different accounts, so there we go. Alrighty, so if you go into the travel cafe, and on the left-hand side, you see where it says forms. You just hover over that, and you just click on the credit card authorization form. Right here is where you're going to download it. So there is a separate procedure for bookings made within 21 days of date of departure. That is a different training that I teach once a month as well. If you ever have one of those, reach out to myself or reach out to your mentors and they will walk you through that process because it is a completely different process than what we are going to do today. So let's just take a look at the credit card authorization form here in just a second. And we'll just go over the form itself. I have it saved as a PDF on my computer so that I can edit it. So when you're filling this out, you're going to put your client's name in here after the I, and then hereby authorize your business name, or you can put your name to process the credit card information provided for the reservation details provided below. You're going to put the guest name, what type of trip they're taking, whether it's a hotel only, car rental, package, the supplier name, the confirmation number, departure date, return date, contact name for the client for the trip, the name as it appears on the credit card that is being used to pay for the trip, and the last 4 digits of that card. Now, you do not put the entire card number on this form for security reasons. You will get that verbally from the client or from whoever is paying for it. Now, if it is somebody else paying for it, then it has to be their name as it appears on the credit card that is being used. And make sure that you're speaking with them directly. Do not do it over email. Do it by the phone. That way you can verify who you're talking to, just in case there is an issue, a fraudulent charge, something like that. You put the total amount that's being charged to the credit card, the card's expiration date, the billing address of the card, city, state, zip, daytime phone number, and email address. And this is what gets a lot of folks, because some people will ask, how do I get the credit card holder to sign it? Well, what you can do is you can attach it to an email as a PDF and they can electronically sign it. It is better if there is a physical signature on there. You cannot just type the customer's name in there. that could result as in a chargeback to you as the travel agent, and we don't want that. Or it could result in a fraudulent charge hold on the card, and we don't want that to happen. So now, as you can see, I've modified this one a little bit for my clients to make different separate payments using the same credit card authorization form. You are able to do this. I can send this form to you as well. It's very simple to edit, just copy and paste everything into a Google Doc or into Microsoft Word. Now, as it says in the name of the training, for multiple authorizations. So now if you're using the same supplier, but different trips, what you can do is you can use the same credit card authorization form and just put all their confirmation numbers on one line, just separate in with a comma. The same is going to apply to the total charge to my credit card. Does everybody understand what I'm saying by doing that?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. So if you have multiple bookings using the same vendor, so say you have multiple bookings for the client using Expedia, you can put each separate confirmation number on one credit card authorization form and then separate the total charge to the credit card by commas as well. So it would be like 12345, comma 67891 for the confirmation numbers, and then the total charge to the card, say it was $150, comma $475. You can only do that if you are doing multiple bookings for the same supplier. If it is different suppliers, such as you book your client's package, like the hotel and car portion in Expedia, and you do the air and Vax or Centrab, then you have to use two separate credit card authorization forms. Does that make sense now?
What about if you're doing a booking fee for someone in relation to a trip?
You would need to do a separate credit card authorization form for that, just in case it comes back as a chargeback from the client.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. This form is really there for your protection, to show that the client did authorize this amount of a charge for the trip that you are booking for them. Now, another thing with these, you have to keep them for 6 months post travel. And then you securely get rid of them by shredding them or taking them to your local office supply store, and they will shred them for you for a fee. But you do have to hold on to these for 6 months afterwards, just in case there's a chargeback for whatever reason. Your fraud protection insurance that you're paying for in your monthly fee will help cover those fraudulent charges. But we see them mostly on the 21 days or less booking. So say somebody is trying to book a trip for 3 days from now. Well, we'll turn that booking over to Archer to make sure that it is not a fraudulent booking, first of all. And then Archer will turn the booking back over to you as the agent. Once they've determined it is a valid charge, a valid authorization, you have to send a copy of the photo ID, credit card, and credit card authorization form along with all the booking details to Archer, so that they can go over it. And again, like I said, that is all done by Archer. And then once Archer determines that it is a good booking, then they'll turn it back over to you. How do they sign it electronically? Heather asks. You can use DocuSign. You can also, Adobe Acrobat, Adobe Reader also has an e-signature form on it as well, that they are able to use. So does that make sense to everybody? I mean, this is a very short, sweet training, but it's a very important training to make sure that you understand that you have to get this credit card authorization form for everything. I mean, even if it's your own travel that you're doing, that you're booking, it never hurts to have a credit card authorization form in case your credit card company bumps it back and says, hey, is this a fraudulent charge? And you can say no, and then provide them with the credit card authorization form. Is there any way we can do a test run? What do you mean by a test run? Like, if you were to do a mock booking, you could certainly practice filling out the credit card authorization form for that mock booking. If that's what you mean. Yeah, you could do it that way, just to make sure that you understand how to fill it out. If someone else other than the person who is going on the trip is paying, how does that work? That person who is paying has to sign this form. You have to see they have to send you a copy of their photo ID as well, so that you can verify the signature on the form. That's not negotiable. They have to send it to you. They can just take a picture of it with their phone and email or text it to you that way. But you have to verify the card with a photo ID. Does that make sense, T? Client will still go under the guest name, yes. Every time, Caitlin, you do have to verify with an ID. Even if you know the folks, just let them know that, hey, this is for your protection. I need to get a copy of your photo ID so that I can attach it to my credit card authorization form, just in case something fishy happens around the time that you're going. That way we can authorize these charges and show that you did authorize the charge. Do we have any other questions? They can email you or text you the ID, either way. You just have to print a copy of it or keep it securely in your email with the credit card authorization form. Any other questions, guys?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I had a question. Can you send us, can you attach in the chat that form? Because I like how you have like at the bottom, if they want to make multiple payments and they initial it. Because the form that we download doesn't come with that.
Yep, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Give me 1 second here to do that. Now that I just figured out how to do that.
Thanks.
There we go. There's the form. You guys are more than welcome to grab it and download it. It is completely customizable. This is a PDF form, so all you would have to do is convert it into a Word document, or you can use the fill and sign option on Adobe Reader to customize it to yourself. Let me send that to everybody. I sent it to one person. I apologize for that. I hate how Zoom does that. Let's try that again. There we go. So any other questions, guys? All right, well, if you guys do have questions, reach out to your mentor, reach out to your platinum, or if you're on Team Sunset, you can reach out to me in the team chats. I'm usually available most of the time during the day and into the night as well. But yeah, just the good rule of thumb is to fill out a credit card authorization form for every single trip that you do, no matter if it's your own or a client's trip. That way you are cutting down on your chance of being fraudulently taken by the client who may be using somebody else's card fraudulently. So you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself and the client. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And then if you have any other questions, travel booking related or anything like that,